What if you could peer into the mind of pure evil? Would you dare to watch it? Today, we're diving into the most disturbing interviews with serial killers. Moments where cold-blooded murderers reveal their shocking thoughts and twisted motivations. These aren't just interviews, they're glimpses into the depths of human depravity that will leave you questioning everything. Would you feel safe hearing the words of someone who took lives without remorse? Stick around as we count down the most unsettling encounters with killers who personify evil itself. Before we start the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel Court Capture for more in-depth content. If I ever started killing people, believe me, none of you would be spared. This chilling statement was made by none other than Charles Manson, a man infamous for orchestrating a series of brutal murders that shook the world. His unsettling demeanor during interrogations and interviews offers a terrifying glimpse into the mind of someone utterly devoid of remorse. Want to know what evil truly sounds like? Brace yourself, because this video contains some of the most disturbing interviews and interrogations with serial killers ever recorded. These individuals committed horrific crimes, and many of them exhibited little to no remorse for their actions. The following are 10 infamous killers who personify pure evil, leaving us to wonder just how dark the human psyche can become. 10. Ted Bundy, the suave sociopath. Most criminals show signs of nervousness or fear during interrogations, but not Ted Bundy. In a jailhouse interview, Bundy exudes an unnerving calmness. Smiling, maintaining eye contact, and speaking with charm, he confidently declared his innocence despite being accused of murdering more than 30 women. "I'm not guilty." Does that include the time I took a comic book when I was 5? Bundy's casual demeanor during his trial and interviews lulled many into a false sense of security, a tactic he likely used on his victims as well. Yet, on the night before his execution, Bundy's mask of confidence finally cracked, revealing the fear and fragility behind his facade. 9. John Wayne Gacy, the Killer Clown. John Wayne Gacy, infamously known as the Killer Clown, was convicted of murdering 33 young men and boys. However, during interrogations, Gacy often deflected blame, offering alibis to obscure his guilt. "You're in trouble now," Gacy taunted an interviewer. "Yeah, right. Aren't you afraid of sitting that close to me?" In a chilling clip from 1992, Gacy demonstrated how he used ropes to strangle his victims, mimicking the technique with a shoelace. His cold explanation of this act, coupled with his casual demeanor, is one of the many reasons his interviews remain so disturbing. 8. Edmund Kemper, the gentle giant turned killer. Standing at 6 feet 9 inches, Edmund Kemper was an imposing figure whose articulate and intelligent speech belied his monstrous actions. Kemper committed his first murder at just 15 years old. "I could have been a mass murderer by the time I was 15. I would have killed until someone gunned me down," he admitted. Kemper had a horrifying modus operandi, picking up hitchhikers. During one interview, he even joked about his actions by donning a pair of glasses and asking the camera crew if they would trust getting into a car with him. His calmness and lack of remorse during these discussions make him one of the most chilling figures in criminal history. 7. Jeffrey Dahmer, the Milwaukee Cannibal. Jeffrey Dahmer's crimes were some of the most grotesque in history, involving the dismemberment of his victims. Yet, in interviews, Dahmer spoke with a detached tone that made his confessions all the more horrifying. "I acted on my fantasies, and that's where everything went wrong," Dahmer admitted during a televised interview. When asked if he felt anything while committing his murders, Dahmer's response was chilling. "Killing wasn't the objective. I just wanted to have the person under my complete control." Despite moments of regret, Dahmer admitted that his crimes quickly spiraled out of control. His ability to remain composed while discussing such heinous acts is one of the reasons his interviews are so unnerving. 6. Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. Richard Ramirez, known as the Night Stalker, was a serial killer who terrorized California in the 1980s. What made Ramirez particularly frightening was not just the brutality of his crimes, but the fact that he openly embraced evil. "Yes, I am evil. Not entirely, but I am evil," Ramirez admitted during an interview. When asked about his personal life and emotional detachment, Ramirez chillingly replied, "I gave up on love and happiness a long time ago." Ramirez's fascination with Satanism and the occult only added to the aura of pure malevolence surrounding him. His lack of remorse and unapologetic embrace of darkness make his interviews unforgettable. 5. Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer. Gary Ridgway, also known as the Green River Killer, was responsible for murdering at least 49 women, making him one of the most prolific serial killers in US history. Yet, during interviews, Ridgway came across as disturbingly normal, even likable. Ridgway admitted to profiler Mary Ellen O'Toole that he would gain the trust of his victims before killing them. His ability to blend in with society and his calm demeanor during interrogations make him an especially terrifying figure. 4. Otis Toole, the fire starter. Otis Toole's interviews are the stuff of nightmares. His chilling smile and bursts of laughter during discussions of his crimes make it clear he had little regard for human life. "I like to see a whole city burn down," Toole once said with a grin. He described his murders in graphic detail, often dissociating from the gravity of his actions. Toole's pride in his killings and his lack of humanity were evident in every word he spoke. 3. Issei Sagawa, the cannibal of Paris. While not technically a serial killer, Issei Sagawa's crimes were so horrifying that his interviews deserve a place on this list. In a documentary, Sagawa described in detail how he lured his classmate Renee Hartevelt to his home, shot her, and then consumed parts of her body. What's even more shocking is that Sagawa avoided prison due to legal loopholes, leaving many to question how someone capable of such atrocities could walk free. 2. Charles Manson, the manipulative cult leader. Charles Manson's interviews are infamous for showcasing his erratic behavior and manipulative nature. In a 1987 interview, Manson spoke about his lack of remorse. "I wouldn't do anything that I felt guilty about," he said, adding, "There's no need to feel guilty. I haven't done anything I'm ashamed of." Manson even claimed that killing more people might have given him a sense of fulfillment. "Maybe I should have killed 400 or 500 people, then I would have felt better. Like I've offered society something." His words reveal a deeply disturbed individual who took pride in the chaos he created. 1. Aileen Wuornos, the damaged soul. The only female killer on this list, Aileen Wuornos, was convicted of murdering 7 men. In an interview conducted shortly before her execution, Wuornos displayed a mix of paranoia and defiance. "I'm okay. God is going to be there. Jesus Christ is going to be there. All the angels and everything." She claimed she had been subjected to psychological torture in prison, including sonic pressure and food tampering. Her accusations, while bizarre, hint at the troubled mental state she was in during her final days. Wuornos' interviews offer a haunting look at the mind of someone who felt completely abandoned by society. The haunting truth. These interviews serve as chilling reminders of the capacity for evil within the human soul. Each killer's words and demeanor reveal a complete lack of empathy and remorse for their actions. Whether they were calm and collected like Bundy, openly malevolent like Ramirez, or paranoid and delusional like Wuornos, they all left behind a legacy of terror that continues to haunt us. Thank you for joining us on this chilling exploration of humanity's darkest corners. These interviews remind us of the fragile line between good and evil. If you found this video thought-provoking, leave a comment below, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel Court Capture for more captivating content. Stay safe and take care of one another.